Hello strangers, today we do a little bit of a service on this here motorcycle. I have brake pads, an oil filter and an RPM cable. That's what I'm gonna call it, because tachometer, difficult word to pronounce that one, so RPM cable does it. Never mind that. It is a good weather for doing this. I think I have all the tools available. I have proper oil and whatnot, and I will start with the oil. I think it might be best to put it on the center stand for that. The bike is dirty, so I shall go around a little bit and try to get the loose stuff off. I don't want to wash it necessarily because the engine is a bit warm. It's not excessively so. I can touch it, and then it might cool down the oil, which will not flow quite as much. Let us diverge a bit. Can you see them? A couple of wasps fighting. That's a fun side thing. Anyway, I think this might hold all the oil. I do have another thing there with the old oil from the last time I did this, and I suppose I could look into the service manual and see there how much oil it holds. Last time I was a bit low on oil, I think, which is why it fit. So yeah, I've already done a bit of this cleaning, get the loose stuff off of here. The underneath, I don't know, I do need to I think this here is the plug. It's very caked up with mud. I suppose gravity will take care of things not getting into the engine, which is the more important thing. Let's also do a bit here. Just so we have better access. Yeah, I cannot quite see from this view the state of the brake pads. I think there might still be a little bit of material on there, but at this point I have them new ones. So yeah, I might actually need a deep socket, which means I might also need a different range, because I don't have the deep socket I have, and the bigger ones are a bigger drive. Yeah, that does not go on there. Turns out then I don't have all the tools nearby, but not to worry, not to worry. I now can actually edit the videos from this camera on the new computer. Let's see which one. Do we go straight for the biggest? I wonder how I did it last time, because I bought this set of wrenches much later on. This is too big, but it did serve the purpose of cleaning up some of the dirt. Yeah, lift would be nice here. The bees, the wasps, are still fighting. This thing seems still loose a little. This one doesn't go on there, so must be this one. Huh. Let's look at the sizes a bit. This is a 19, this is a 22. So I guess I would need a 20 or something. This is even smaller. That's an issue. I'll try this. See if it does something. Oh yeah. Which way? I think should be this way. I think it spun a bit. I think I'm getting it tighter actually. It's always a bit confusing. I think it did get loose enough. Nope. Yes. I can now take it off by hand. I will look if I have... Oh! Hit this part. Now the biggest here is 17. Well. Let's see. Can I avoid making a mess? Would be best to have a different angle here for you to see, but ooh, I did spill some, but not to worry. Seems to be slowing down, so it might all fit in this. Should be good. Ideally I would need a washer as well. I wonder if the one seems to be proper stuck, or does it not have one at all? I don't know what to do, because I don't have a replacement. I will just use the same. Wasn't an issue thus far. Of course I managed to break the glove. It's always like that. Let's take off this cap. Oh, that is tight. Just so it gives it a bit more air. It doesn't matter much at this point. Most of it has drained out, so I'll leave it here just so no dust goes in. Now to the brake. I could take off the wheel, but this motorcycle is kind of front heavy on the center stand, how lucky. So I think just taking off the caliper might be easier, so I don't have to prop it. This is tight. This should extend, but it might be at its fullest, or actually this might be too big and it's getting stuck. Let's go down one size. It's already as long as it can be. I don't think I've ever taken off the caliper. Doesn't look good. Might need to hammer it on there. Here I was thinking this was gonna be an easy thing. Let me try with a range to see if the size is correct. Yeah, it would be a 14. Do I have a 14 on there? There is a 15. And there is, what is this one? 13. So no, I don't have it. So we said 14 it is, which means I do have to hammer this on. I think the issue is the socket, mostly. Do I have a hammer nearby? I don't seem to. This might do the job though. Actually the wrench itself might have. This time I'm fairly sure I'm spinning it the right way. I wonder if I'll find Loctite or something. Might be just rust. Now to take it off, there was a trick of some kind. Just put this in there and drop it. Doesn't work quite as easy, although we have it. Taking the wheel off might have been easier. Then I have to prop up the front end somehow. It might be, hopefully this brake line doesn't get damaged or anything. This can stay here. Do I have enough flex in the line? Should have. I should have. There might be too much of an edge on here. There it is. So fuck me. I think I needed to take off the other side. These two bolts. Yeah, because these have things keeping it stuck in between them. Well. Technically it would be easy enough to disconnect the line. I do have brake fluid, so I could put more in, and so then I could work on the brake calipers separately. Will it be so easy? I don't think these will come off. I have to put it back on, which will be a bit of a pain in the arse perhaps. Actually, let me get a clamp so I can squeeze the brake caliper in a little. That way there's more space for the brake disc to go in between. Yeah, plenty of space now. Would have had to do that anyway to get the new stuff in anyway. Let me get the other one started before I get that one toyed. And of course it's a different size, these ones. So now on the hand for another. Actually may not even need to get them tight. Not excessively so anyway. What would that be? So this is a 14. It might be a 13 or smaller. Let's see. It is a 12. Ooh. This thing went, see, over. That's no good. So far, anyway, it at least seems we have no, we are not gonna break bolts. This one was surprisingly loose. Curious. What's going on with this one? Might leave it be. Although I do want to investigate. Yeah, this one here was at the very edge. Still not quite metal on metal. Oh, yeah. Got them right in time. Let me see if I put actually idea. Let me observe here. So this part needs to stay on there. Oh, and this one was on the top one. This is spinning along instead of getting unthreaded from here. I suppose the only thing that keeps it in there, it's the brake shoes themselves and the caliper a little bit. Let me put this back on, just so I can maybe try to free up the top one. See, that one spins independently. Will I have enough space to fit this in and hold it? Just about. I want to clean up the threads, and it makes it a bit easier to work on it if I have it completely free. It is tight all the way through, it seems. Is it out or not? I think it's stuck in the bore. Yeah, it's stuck in here. Nothing a bit of hammering can't fix. I'll go at it with a wire wheel. Let's collapse this a bit further. You don't need special tools for this stuff. I think that might do. I do have a tap and die set, which I might run in here. Actually, I think I will skip and only clean the bolts. I think this one needs a bit more lubing though. This one is nicely lubed. It kind of makes a seal and it pulls itself back in and whatnot. Yeah, let's see. So yeah, these two need cleaning. So yeah, let us clean these balls first. Just pop them in the vise. More speed. That seems fairly clean. I think ideally on this shoulder here it would be nice to put some lube. I don't know if I wanna have lube on the threads themselves. That may not be a great idea. But since we have seen that shoulder get stuck, that'll do. Next step, oh, grease, a bit of grease. This stuff is fairly thick, should be suitable for this one. See if that helps. That seems... yeah, this one's a bit worn out. Oh well. It is what it is. I don't have a replacement for it right now. Brake pads. Let's get them out of the packaging. I think at this stage it is best to take off the greasy gloves as to avoid contaminating the brake pads. Seem to be roughly the same. Yeah, exactly the same in fact, apart from the amount of material. They didn't wear in quite evenly. It still has more on this side than here. Will I have space? Yeah, there should be space for the rotor, for the brake disc in there. Now, can I hold them? From falling off? Come on. It's on there now. Well, I've mentioned it, so now I will do it. Get a bit of this grease just on the shoulder. Just a little bit. Not touching the threads. So that it hopefully keeps it from getting stuck again. Yeah, would have been a good idea to still chase the threads on those bushings back here. This one doesn't seem to want to go on. Let's try it down. Goes on here. Let's do this other one. Again, I don't want too much. I suppose each one had its own favorite. Because this one wants to go on. It now seems sufficient to just hold this with my hand, which is good. These I can get tight right away because there is movement in here. On this other side, because it is rigid, if you get one tight, then the other one has a difficult time aligning. I could be putting these sockets on a drill as well. Speed up the process a bit, but we have time. Put this back on. Can you see? This here will work as a rust prevention. Oh, I was thinking it is too late now, I suppose. Let me get the wrenches, see if I can get it with them. Will it be a 21? Because for some reason I don't have a 20 in here either. Go straight to 19. Yeah, that's the one. But the issue is because it's short. And I don't have a lot of space here in between the exhaust. That should be tight enough. So yeah. The plug underneath is a 21, in case you were wondering. Let me... I should have had a change of gloves. At this point I'm getting dirty anyway. So that's that. Now I do need to raise the back a bit anyway, somehow. Let's just... Whee! Let's pump the brake a few times. Get it back out. It's a bit tight now. I think they will wear in. Trying to see if there's some flexibility to kind of for it to self-align. Now let me do the cable. I have left the old one on, but I did remove I left only the boot, so to speak. The inside of it has been removed. I left it such that it works as a plug, mostly down there, so nothing goes into the engine. I wonder if the new one I think both of these are free. Yeah. On this one I think it's rust that keeps them together. Makes it hard to actually spin. I have to spin the whole thing. So putting the new one in should be much easier. I did put some electrical tape on here because there was some breaks in the cable. Which side do I want to put first? At least this one is more protected, although not sure actually, because this thing here will direct water into this fitting. I suppose water might go there anyway, and due to the angle it might drain, but which one will I put on first? Come on. It's not wanting to start. First need to get the cable on, I guess. Now it should go. Yes. one of these days this bike will get a proper rebuild. Either that or I will purchase still a used one, but a newer used one that's in slightly better shape. I must not get tempted to start this to see if it works before I put oil back in it and change the filter. I am fairly confident it should work. I had an issue with the speedometer cable at one point. When I bought this bike it was broken, the speedometer cable. I bought a new one, put it right in, thinking it was gonna work, but it was actually the speedometer who got stuck at some point in the speed range, which caused the cable to snap. So yeah, I've lost the first cable I put on, discovering that, and then I had to get a new speedometer as well. Do I recall the size of them? It is a 10. Small trick here. Actually, let me do something. Get this out of the way so I don't spill it. This shall be used as lubrication for drill bits when drilling metal. I'm gonna put this on the side stand. That way, if there's any oil in the oil filter chamber, it will hopefully stay there for the most part. So yeah, I have once used silicone. Nope, there was quite a bit of oil in there. Never mind at this point. First time I've changed, or maybe the second time I've changed the oil on this. The O-ring here was kind of chewed up, would no longer seal when I tried putting it back on because it couldn't find its spot. So I kept looking for O-rings to purchase. I think the specific stuff, if I was to look for a Suzuki part, just one O-ring was extremely expensive, more so than you'd think anyway, for just one O-ring. So I bought these off of AliExpress or something like that, but it was taking months to arrive. So in the meantime I just used silicone. I did look the rating. If you read on the package it says what temperature it holds up to. And it did work in a pinch. And yeah, this O-ring that I have now, the green one you've seen, I bought a bunch of them, like $5. I either have 5 or 10 of them, I don't recall exactly. Enough for my needs anyway. And I purchased them just looking at the size, and then I looked for high temperature stuff. Because it's just oil in here, it doesn't have to be anything special when it comes to, you know, if it was a 2-stroke or something subject to gasoline, you might need to be a bit more careful. But here the only thing you have to worry about is the temperature rating. Oh. I think we are... Welcome back. Your battery died, so I took a little bit of a break to charge you, although I only got one line in there. So, good season for making messes, because I have a bunch of ashes from the fireplace. Put this in here. So I don't know how long this will last, if we will have time to finish things properly with just one line of battery. Like it never happened here. Just don't tell anybody. Time to fill it up. And possibly take it for a ride. Well, I will take it for a ride anyway. Not sure if you'll have enough battery to come with me. Yeah. Not a huge need for a funnel here, if I'm careful. I do find checking the oil level, it's easier to have it on the side stand and kind of pick it up and balance it, as opposed to just having it on the center stand. Needs more. I should have plenty in here. And some left to top it up when needed until the next oil change. Needs some more, and probably even more after a test ride. It still has to go soak up the oil filter and whatnot. One thing I'm wondering about, the brakes will take a bit to wear in. It has a bit of drag right now. I might find myself needing to relearn how to brake properly. Yeah, I would say that is properly full. Again, I'll top it up later, so we shall see. I'll go for a ride on that hill there. Probably best to put some nice shoes on. I will do that and we will see if I manage to lock the front brake up. Yeah, your battery is gonna die. I do have the fuel shut off. This works. That's good. This is editing me. Sometimes in the future here you will see the camera fly off my head. It is mounted on a regular baseball cap and it caught wind. So yeah, don't be scared. You started flying. This is not... Actually, let me show you. Deep ruts here. I did not fall off or anything, but it was a bit sketchy. Good thing is the front brake does not lock up. I did go a bit fast. Actually, let me get it. My bad, actually. Yep. For a second I was gonna park it, then I remembered I actually need this. I did lock up the rear wheel. Yeah. Good stuff, good stuff. So yeah, the front brake I will not have to relearn. It works as it is. Oh yeah. That's about it. I will wait for a while so that the oil which has been circulating finds its way back to the bottom of the case, so I can check the level again and add more possibly. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, strangers, and I'll see you next time perhaps.